Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me here again on the Wisconsin Dairy Farm for another episode here. And I'm just kind of coming back from the store. Purchased some mineral feed, and let's just park this right here. Let's get it out. All right. So I've been busy since episode 1 here, kind of getting to some other things. You'll notice my money actually went down again, but that was for good reason. I was testing, so in the first episode, if you remember when I fed the cattle, I got the forage on there. So I was testing what to do with that mixing wagon, and let me just kind of park our truck off to the side. I've been doing some other tasks here too. It's been really fun playing on this map so far. So like trying not to get ahead of myself, but man, is it easy to. It's easy just to honestly just keep playing on it here. But anyway, so let me go back. So I'm at 19,000. Haven't paid off any of my debt yet. I'm still at 100,000 debt. But I was playing around with the feed. Right, and my wagon is... my mixing wagon is right here. Alright, so with this Anderson, I checked out some of the other maps that I was playing on it with, and honestly, all I needed to make TMR on those other maps was 2 bales of silage, like I had been doing, and then 1 bale of hay over here. And then that actually gave me the TMR on this map, and it must be, I think, just map dependent, what it is. And I tried it on others, but I think on here, it was map dependent, so I was kind of messing around with it. So the mix that I have to get TMR on here is 2 silage, then it is 2 bales of straw. So I went and purchased some straw, so that's where some of my finances went. And then it's 1 bale of hay, followed by some mineral feed, and that's where I went and purchased some more here. So that's what I was kind of testing around and playing with, and then that gives me the TMR. So I'll say it again, it's 2 silage, 2 straw bales, 1 hay, and mineral feed, which gives me the TMR mix. And then I'm all set. It doesn't give me the forage. So that's what I was kind of messing around with. And I also kind of painted this little brown drive here that looked pretty good, kind of fit in with the farm. Just not have a grass drive there, as I'm going to be using that pen a lot. And then over here, this is my other mistake that I did. So look at the straw. I'm at 75,000 liters of straw in this pen, so I'm pretty good. So what happened is, I've been playing without the triggers now. So already in episode 2 I've been trying to play without having them on here, but the straw triggers in here, well, that's what I thought. Having the side by side. So my first purchase of straw, when I was testing it with the wagon, I actually went around here and I was like, this is a good open spot. I'm just gonna place the straw like right here. As soon as I hit that trigger to unload it, it actually accepted it into the barn, and I was shocked. I didn't think it would take it, but there you go. So I can't short of not having my progress saved, but I couldn't get rid of it. So I gave myself that money back at least. But yeah, that was a huge chunk of change right down the tank there. I was like, oh my, that was great. So was not expecting that at all to go on this episode. But, you know, it is what it is. That's life. All right, so I have been working also on some corn silage here. But let's get out the 40/20 and let's go rake up that grass field that I worked on in episode 1. So I finished up mowing it. I thought about making hay for it, but the money, like, you know, the 2 silage bales that I need, but the money is better anyways for silage. And I figured, you know, if I come back and do hay on this, that's probably fine. But I figured I'm going to do silage on this first go around here. So let's get the rake out, do some passes here. See if I get to baling on this episode. I might not. We'll see. But I also, started on that field that's closest to the house there. You can kind of see some of my passes. But I started working on that. And I took out the farm haul, actually, first. But on some of the ditches, I was kind of slipping. So I had to switch tractors. So if you're just joining me here on this series, this is my new playthrough series, the Wisconsin Dairy Farm, and the challenge that I've given to myself, self-appointed challenge, is to actually see if I can get myself out of debt here and start to turn a profit on this farm. Now, I don't have a lot of cattle at all. I purchased them last episode here, and I have 6 calves in that small barn, and then in that side barn that I showed you where I put all the straw, I have 5 cows in there, and then I have 1 bull. So nothing really, and not even ready for milk yet. So we'll get there, but this is my challenge. So I'm at 19,000 right now, and obviously, you know, I might lean on doing some contract work. We'll see. I'd like to hold off on it if possible, but I know that's, you know, not always, you know, possible, and it's easier said than done to try to just do it here with what I have. I'd like to do that. And I know it's always tempting. Like, I looked at those before starting to tape on this episode. I started looking at some of the contract work, and it's tempting to pick up a fertilizing or irrigation contract and, you know, get what, 12 to, you know, 25,000 in the bank. That would be nice, and start paying back that debt a little bit. I think what's going to hurt me here is the cattle feed. So I think that's probably where I probably have to lean on the contract work a little more than I'd like to. But just to kind of make ends meet, I feel like that's probably where I need to go, is do a little bit of contract work just to keep up with feed for the cows. Alright, I'm just going to loop back one more time here. And then let's get out to the cornfields here, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So it's definitely going to take a while. I only have a 2-row header. It's not great, but it'll get the job done. And I could always borrow or lease out a bigger harvester. Alright, I could just keep these, like, circles kind of going. I'm just doing loops anyways with the baler. Right. Okay. I'm gonna pause there. But yeah, it's easy to kind of keep going. Okay, so let's jump into this. Alright. So, I did start off with the farm hall here, but then had to switch to the bigger tractor here. And it's because I kind of going around that side over there that actually has like that ditch. So that's why I had to kind of change gears here. Alright, we are almost full, so I already did a couple passes here. And I know some of you don't like watching 2 rows at a time, and I get it, but I don't mind it. It's an easy job. So I was thinking, for right now, this first load, I'm just going to place, and my chute's on the other side. Let's do a turn. I'm just going to place it in these bags here. Now I know I could put it in the harvestor, and I did get the blower mod that goes along with the mat, but let's just put this in here for now. I mean, is there a difference? Where am I at? You know what I mean? Like, is there a difference if I just put it in here? I mean, it's gonna make silage. And then same thing if I put it in there. Yeah, it's just gonna make silage again. So yeah, I guess nothing really. And then I have to, there we go, just activate it. Okay. I guess that's it. Easy. But, yeah, I didn't know, like, you know, what should I do first? I've never done, like, the bags, but it seems like it's pretty straightforward. You put it in, you can silage, that's it. And then, same thing with the harvestor, you know, put it in there, put it through the blower, put it up in, and same thing, and that's about it, you know. So nothing really special, but let me know if there's like a difference, like what should I be using? I really don't know. I think it's just silage either way, that's what it looks like to me, I guess. But I could completely be wrong with that. This is hard. I should have put that turn a little tighter, but that's okay. Sometimes if I do this right, it's giving me 3 rows if you're looking at it. Mostly 2, but it is giving me 3. But I do have on, what is it, the wheel, there's, yeah, it's taking 3. Get this right, go a little faster. Now that cornfield to my left, I don't know if I want to do this with 2 rows. I might release out a little bit bigger of a harvester. But this is what I bought for the property, you know, setting it up. But I was going to say, if you look at my tires, I have that real dirt mod on here. Doesn't that look cool? Really nice on this map. So that's like a real dirt mod that you can put on for your texture and different effects. I think it looks really nice, and I've been noticing it more on here, I guess, on this map. And I've had it on my other playthroughs. I really didn't notice it as much. So there you go. I just want to point that out. Yeah, would the farm hall be able to pull this now? I don't know. And this is all I have, the Parker wagon. If you're wondering why I'm using this to collect, this is all I have. But it does work too with this New Holland harvester mod. The wagon kind of gets too heavy. You can try it. Go back to the farm hog and get that back out. I kind of want to give it a try again. But yeah, I was getting stuck too much. So that's why I kind of stopped with that. A tighter turn here. Alright, I just repositioned there. It's kind of a too tight of a turn for sure. And now I know kind of coming back around for that next pass, I'm gonna have to make a bigger loop there, but yeah, we're making really good progress here. On this field, oop, I actually missed just a little bit. I thought it would get it. Oh, it didn't get it again. Got close. There it goes. Alright. Now let's kind of clip the end of that row. Yeah, this field, even though it's not that big, doing it by 2 rows at a time definitely is not a fast, by any means, not a fast process. Alright, I'm just going to get to the end here. And then probably hop over back to the 40-20 here and finish kind of raking up that grass. And get the baler out. Oh my gosh, yeah, see, this always happens, like you're in that sweet spot before, well, when the game starts, and I don't have the other mod on where I know you can change your starting time. You can go winter, spring, fall, whatever, but I just leave it at the base game one where you start in August all the time. But gosh, it always feels like when you start in August, it is such a quick, like, turnaround to get into fall, especially if you want to get some field stuff going, and then it's like, boom, fall. Alright. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on this field. I'm happy with the progress. Okay, I'm just going to leave it and just starting this second row there. Alright. Yeah, look at the dirt on there. That is really nice looking on the tractor. And it's kind of in the tire tracks. Did it go on these? It does. Yeah, that looks really nice. What a cool cool mod that you can get. So, alright. I'm just gonna jump over. There we go. Alright. Kind of finish this up. And then I need to bale it, obviously, and then also get the wrapper out. And I just have a separate one for this playthrough series. I might switch it up. We'll see kind of where it leads. And then after that, I gotta go finish up that corn, and I think I might save some of that, honestly, for might save some of this for episode 3 already, which is crazy. I think the tires, if I zoom in, yeah, they look a little greenish, don't they? Maybe like a little greenish tint from being on the grass here. Like some grass stain texture. Kind of looks like it. Maybe I'm just going crazy. It's been a long day. Could be, what, maybe 2 passes? We'll see. You gotta be close here. Yeah, 2 passes here. I thought I'd be able to get that with 1, but I'm just gonna slide. You can see I'm slid over. Might just have to rake that into the other row. I don't know if I'll make it. Alright, then we are good here with this. And then we'll have to get out the baler. Now, I think I should be able to use it with the farm haul. But we'll see. I think that should be enough power. But get a little bit going here before I let you go. Just that last little bit I'm not going to be able to get here. I guess I'll come back and grab that here in a sec. I was close. But this isn't a bad field. I like how I did change this to grass right away, just for the playthrough. I didn't, do anything fancy. I literally just went through my controls and switched out this to grass. It was another cornfield, so I just gave myself a little bit of help kind of starting off here. Alright, let's go get that last little bit here, and that'll probably be it here. So, not a super long episode, but some progress nonetheless. And then I'll have to finish up that corn. And then also about to finish up. I'm just going to drive around this field here. Then I'll have to finish up that grass field that you just saw. And then pretty soon my other cornfield should be ready here. And I'm probably just going to do the same thing. Get it for the cattle. And I honestly could start thinking about, selling some of it too. Actually, this is not a bad spot if I put the windrow back here. That would be easy to remember. I can't put the straw bales here, because I think I'm gonna forget. I mean, it seems like a thing I would probably forget about. Oh, I can't place the bales there, Alright, so what are we doing here? Let me get out the baler. Let's drive over here. Switch tractors, by the way. I think my baler... Yes, my baler's in here. Alright. Let's park the 4020 here. Alright, a little bit of everything on this episode, so we still have chopping to do. I'm not done with that yet. Let's get out the baler. A little bit of it. I'll just get it going here, and then we'll call it good. And I don't know, I probably won't have time off camera in between episodes here of getting to it. So I'll probably just bring you along when I actually get to it here. Okay, did I put the... There we go. Alright, perfect. We are baling. So yeah, like I said, these are going to be silage bales. And if I can get another, I should probably, it's farm sim here. I can get another one off of this field, and then I'll probably do hay for the second one here. But silage for the first one, for sure. I think I have automatic drop on. Unless I don't. Or I guess we're going to find out quick, huh? do not. Alright, so I gotta switch that. I don't know which one that is. I gotta put the help menu on. There we go. Alright. Perfect. So I will let you guys go there. Thank you so much for joining me here on this second episode here on the Wisconsin Dairy Farm. If you're new to the channel or just finding me, I'd love to have you join the farming community. And thank you so much for the great overwhelming response for that first episode. I can see there is a great amount of interest in this. I am very excited to bring you this kind of content. This is really what I like to do, and kind of going forward, you know, I really enjoy like the small town cattle farm series that I did in Elma with the smaller equipment, and this is exactly the same type of thing. This is what I love to do here on Farm Sim. So I hope you guys enjoy this content. You know, check out this map, Paoli, Wisconsin. Either way I said it, probably wrong. By MRG Mapping. What a great mod map for PC only. But check it out, give it a download. It is a great map, and I am playing here on the starting farm, as you can tell. But there's some other great builds out there as well on this map, so check those out and give it a download. So thank you again for joining me, and I hope to see you all on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.